But yeah, okay, so this is Ground Zeroes, chat. We're going back in time. This takes place right after Peace Walker. So we played through, so chronologically, we played through Metal Gear Solid 3 as Big Boss. We took down the Shagohod. We killed the boss. We saved the world, and we ditched America. And then the next game in the series after that we played was Peace Walker, which was based 9 years later, where Big Boss had formed MSF, which is Military Sans Frontiers, which is an independent like militia group, essentially for hire. And then we did all of Peace Walker. My good news is that me and Waylon are now enrolled in health insurance. Oh shit. That's fantastic. Your good news is that you got an impromptu day off? Oh fuck yeah. What happened in Peace Walker? So in Peace Walker we got approached by Costa Rica because they were seeking help. They were seeking help because the American government was fucking them over. We met Amanda and Chico, and Dr. Strangelove, and we took down the Chrysalis and all the AI controlled Metal Gears. And that game ends with us deciding to keep a Metal Gear for ourselves. And become nuclear armed, because the only way that we can have independence from the rest of the world is to be a threat to the rest of the world, which is not really a good ending. And then Paz reveals herself to be a double agent, and we had to have a big boss fight with Paz, and the Peace Walker mech was like disabled, and she got thrown into the ocean and stuff, and yeah, and we declared like essentially like that we were going to be like independent from the rest of the world. You can get a Spinal Tap done earlier. That's horrible. I don't even want to talk about Spinal Taps. I don't know what real life MSF is, Gramble. Anyway, there are some cassette tapes to catch us up on the story. I've never listened to these before, by the way. Oh, there's a bunch. We have Paz's diary. Alright, pre-mission brief, mission background and intel. Paz's report. Oh, cool. So this is Paz's spy log. So this is all of her, like, reports as she was spying on us throughout, Peace Walker. Let's go through those first. As like a catch up. I wonder how long these all are if I play all of them. This is probably going to be like an hour of audio.
I heard about Paz's tapes.
Yeah. Why do you think she'd leave him behind? And that diary?
Whatever it was, her commitment was wavering. That much is clear.
So she was leaving clues to help us.
No way to know for sure. And the ocean's not giving her back.
November 4th, 1974. At the outskirts of Barranquilla, Colombia. Contact with Big Boss successful. Zadornov posed as my professor, but Big Boss took one look and knew he was KGB.
Fucking Zadornov.
However, he does not seem to suspect me. To him, I am just a peace-loving student, and another victim of the CIA. We asked him to drive the CIA out of Costa Rica. To him, this means betraying his country. His forces are smaller than anticipated. They drift from place to place with nowhere to call home. That provided us an opportunity, so we seized it. Zadornov offered them a plant off the Costa Rican coast to use as a base. As expected, Miller jumped at the chance. Although initially reluctant, Big Boss came around when Zadornov played him the tape.
Hey, Senpai.
All because the voice on it sounded like his mentor, the boss. Naked Snake. The man who once saved the world from the brink of nuclear war.
Yeah, it's Tara Strong.
Awarded the title of Big Boss for his service. He later became a mercenary, abandoning both his title and his country. To him, that honor was steeped in the blood of the boss, the mentor he was forced to eliminate. Exceptionally charismatic, he possesses unparalleled combat and intelligence-gathering abilities. His only discernible weakness is her. This operation hinges on how effectively we can exploit that. Kazuhira Miller is Big Boss's
Oh yeah, these are
lieutenant.
short.
Half Japanese, half American. He once served in Japan's self-defense force. Though he and Snake first met as enemies, they discovered a common bond and together built their private army, with Miller directing business and administrative affairs. He comes off as shallow, but his true intent is hard to read. I must be careful. All that is clear is his infatuation with Big Boss.
Ooh. Infatuation.
With East
Okay.
and West fighting over its control, Central America is now the most contested region on Earth. CIA Central American Station Chief Coldman has developed Peace Walker, a fully AI-automated, fail-deadly nuclear launch system with which he aims to reignite the Cold War. Snake's new objective in Costa Rica is to prevent that. Zadornov's, or should I say, the KGB's plan is to play the two sides against each other, turning the entire region red. Not one of the three parties realize they're all just pawns in Cypher's hands. Cypher watches all.
No, you're right, Stardream. Yeah, I was thinking that too. I'm like, she doesn't do that accent well. Maybe she shouldn't do it at all.
Mother Base has developed rapidly since being established in the Caribbean Sea. They recruit more personnel daily, and already their mercenary services are turning a profit. Big Boss's leadership and charisma, and Miller's business acumen drive this impressive growth. Furthermore, joining forces with a faction of the FSLN has expanded their power even more. They have even commenced their own weapons development program. All is proceeding according to Cypher's will. I could not be more pleased. Snake's pursuit of Peace Walker led him to an AI modeled after the boss's thought patterns. It was incomplete,
Timmy
but
Turner.
somewhat ironically, making contact with Snake was the necessary finishing touch. Meanwhile, the scientist behind Peace Walker's locomotive control, Huey, defected to Snake's army. His presence has greatly accelerated weapons development at Mother Base. I failed to anticipate Coldman's madness, but nuclear war was averted. However, this was only after the boss AI on board Peace Walker sank itself to the bottom of the lake, in what could be likened to suicide. The boss laid down her gun, choosing to sing for peace instead, and Snake, himself a gun, parted ways with her. In doing so, he reclaimed the title he once abandoned. He is Big Boss.
Oh yeah, notice that Snake's not wearing his headband anymore. Because at the end of Peace Walker, he threw it away. Because he doesn't need to hold on to the boss anymore.
Zadornov has been detained. Since this leaves my cover identity without a guardian, the Mother Base staff has taken me in. I am now better placed than ever to monitor their internal affairs. Everything continues to unfold according to plan. The developer of the boss AI, Dr. Strangelove, has also come to Mother Base. With her and Huey's expertise, they can now develop a weapon capable of matching Peace Walker.
Piss Walker.
Development on the bipedal weapon is now complete. They call it Metal Gear Zeke. It stands there like some sort of mystical guardian. The soldiers gaze on it with pride and reverence. Big Boss has elected to arm it with a nuclear weapon. As an army without a nation, they seem to feel the need for a deterrent against whatever the world might pit against them. It is a dangerous gambit. Why do such a thing? Their nuclear strategy differs from the Americans and the Soviet Union. The superpowers deter attack by revealing their nuclear arsenals to one another. Snake and his men know that if they were to go public with this, the whole world would unite against them. Business would dry up overnight. So they do not plan on revealing the nuke until necessary. This ace-in-the-hole approach is their idea of a nuclear strategy. Wielding a deterrent, all the while unable to reveal its existence. I wonder if Snake sees how vulnerable this makes them. Yes. Hijack Zeke? Yes, I did indicate that to be our leverage. But I cannot imagine his agreeing to that now. But did you not raise them to safeguard your governance without borders? No. I have not forgotten. Cypher watches all. Yes, things are proceeding, but modifying Zeke has not proven easy. I am using Zadornov to buy some time. No, I have not forgotten what you said. However, well, forgive me for asking, but this is you I am speaking to, isn't it, Cypher? I will fight Big Boss. The world must be ruled by a single will. To defy Cypher is a fate worse than death.
So the whole like Zadornov escaping over and over at the end of Peace Walker was just to distract them so that she can fucking hijack Metal Gear Zeke. Ophelia came into the bring on a lurk. Hi Robert Fluff, thank you for the lurk. It's okay, we're just listening to audio files right now, so...
This is a one-man infiltration mission, boss. Equipment is the bare essentials. Anything else will be OSP. The target location is a prison camp on a U.S. military base. Those Marines have the place locked down tight. Your only backup will be one extraction chopper. We can't send anything else.
You won't need to.
Again, this is infiltration, a sneaking mission. Your #1 priority is remaining undetected. Use discretion before engaging any guards you encounter. Be mindful of their sensory perceptions: sight, sound, smell, and pain. Fortunately, these atmospheric conditions will continue until dawn. That should provide you with some cover.
At least the weather's on my side.
Your mission objective is to rescue Chico and Paz. According to Chico, they're both being held at an old prison facility. Recon from the intel unit supports this, so it's safe to assume that's where they are. Once you've gotten them to the RV, call in the extraction chopper. I'll monitor the situation and offer guidance from here, but you'll be the one in the field. How you handle this mission is entirely up to you, boss.
Iraq.
Snake, yesterday we received official communication from the IAEA. It says, it has come to our attention that your organization recently purchased nuclear fuel from Uzbekistan authorities. We request permission to inspect your facilities.
What a load of bullshit.
Yeah, they're after Metal Gear Zeke's nuclear warhead. I'm betting this is payback from Cypher after Paz's leak.
Using the UN.
There's no telling how much influence they have. But the IAEA can only do inspections in countries that are party to the NPT.
And we're not a country.
Exactly. We haven't signed a safeguards agreement with the IAEA over peaceful nuclear use, and we're not obligated to report any nuclear material we have, nor information about any nuclear facilities. The IAEA has no authority to inspect us.
But despite all that...
That nuke's our last line of defense. We don't want to announce we have it until the world is preparing to wipe us off the map. Until then, we let everyone think we're just a private army with conventional firepower.
What's Huey's take?
That the problem's how to hide the nuke in Metal Gear. But I gotta tell you, he was all for it.
I see. But there's no way we can have the IAEA poking around here.
So what do? Ignore them?
Send them an official letter of refusal. Say that we're a private organization and we've done nothing to attract this suspicion.
You got it.
Cloth gown gridlock, what?
We finished Zeke's waterproofing reinforcement yesterday. The day after tomorrow, we'll be done installing the main depth control tank, the compressed air tank, and the attitude control propeller pod.
Huey,
If the underwater test goes well, next week we'll try the 300-foot seabed depth.
drop the act, Huey. How did we end up agreeing to the nuclear inspection?
Because after you sent that letter, I told them. After careful reconsideration, we agree to your request. And frankly, we should be inspected. This is our chance. If they come and go without discovering the nuke, we can tell the world we're clean. Of course, it's risky, and we'll have to make sure everything's perfect, but it'll be worth it.
Huey, can they do an inspection without going through the Board of Governors?
We contacted the IAEA's admin branch, and they said there's no record of us being brought up at any of the board's meetings.
I'd say probably a preliminary inspection to determine whether we should be referred to the board. So it's bound to be a small inspection team, and they won't be here that long. Don't worry, leave everything to me.
Has the media gotten wind of this?
Yeah, 2 major Western networks want to do stories on us. I planned on saying yes.
What? You want to broadcast this place to the world?
That's why I agreed to the inspection. This is a golden opportunity. We can use the media to prove to the world we don't have a nuke. Besides, even if we said no, it would just be delaying the inevitable.
Ugh, Kaz, our hands are tied now. Start getting the place ready.
Thanks, boss.
Don't get the wrong idea. You've set it up so that any more changes of heart will arouse suspicion, that's all.
Zeke stays, but we'll have to move all other AFVs to shore. Any potential troublemakers can go with them for some mandatory R&R. Sound good, boss?
Just do it.
You saw a cat outside, and it was affectionate toward you when you hate it just because you can't take it inside. Now you're worried about the cat? Oh, yeah. That's how I ended up having a cat when I was younger. However, though, cautionary tale: the cat that we took in when I was a teenager, because we found a kitten that was outside and like in pretty bad shape, and we kept that cat. It turns out it did belong to somebody else, and it was microchipped. But like, what's crazy is that where we found it, it was like, it was on the opposite side of town from where it had gotten lost, and then that cat had been missing for a month by the time we had found it, and it was like very clearly hungry. And the only reason that like, and yeah, when we took him to the vet like a year after or whatever, and found out that the cat belonged to somebody else, they were like, oh, it's fine, we bought a new cat. It's just like, oh my god. Like, but yeah. But like, I don't know, if you're concerned though, you could always just like start leaving food out or whatever. I don't know what it's like in America, like if you guys get, well, you get like raccoons though and stuff, don't you, if you do that? What's the cat version of a birdhouse? Homeward Bound ass, god. That's how we got our one cat. She had a collar on, but it was really tight on her and she was in bad condition. What's wrong with raccoons? I don't know. I'm just saying. If that's something that you don't want to deal with. You get a free raccoon if you start feeding cats. There's so many cats in our neighborhood, I can't be sure if they belong to someone or they're strays. Yeah. I don't have the heart for that. Get charged with theft after taking in a stray cat? Holy shit. We need to stop letting our cats go outside like that. 100%. I don't know about America, but in Australia, cats are an invasive species. A lot of our wildlife isn't really equipped to deal with cats. So, like, as much as I love cats, they do just kill, like, everything here. like, you know, wallabies, bilbies, possums, just, like, every species of native bird. Yeah. Wildcats here just fucking kill everything. They're very successful predators, yeah. And like, I don't know, you can put a bell on your cat's neck, but it's still not gonna work. Just, I don't know, I don't think cats should be outside pets. Unless you want to like, unless you got a lot of money and you can build like an enclosed enclosure outside. I know that some people put like fishnets like attached to their like fence to their roof or whatever, so that it's like their backyard becomes completely closed in. If I had the money, I would totally do that. They learn to hunt around the bell. Exactly. They're crafty. They themselves can get hurt. That too. Everything is an invasive species in Australia, even rabbits. Yeah, rabbits, cats, foxes, cane toads, you know. We had a balcony that I love turned to an outdoor spot for pets. Yeah. I'd jolt some Sharky. Hey, if you ever have a cat and you want to teach them that outside bad, just open the back door when it's raining. Let them outside, but only when it's raining, and then they'll be all like, oh, that sucks, I'm not going out there.
About the inspection, what do we tell the men?
The truth.
Done that?
What else? The one thing we don't need to worry about is anyone here spilling the beans about Zeke.
Good point. What about the Sandinistas? There's still quite a few of them left on the base.
I hate to say it, but it won't look good having Soviet bloc personnel here. The problem is, moving a group that size in a hurry would look even worse.
At least Amanda's on assignment in Cuba. They'd recognize her. She should stay put for now.
All civilians save Huey will have to return to their countries.
Even your Parisian?
Of course, we'll get her whatever paper she needs.
Oh.
Dr. Strangelove's departure came at a perfect time. The less Zeke-related staff here, the better.
Wait, she left?
That's right. You were away on a mission. She left last week. There's nothing cooking in AI weapons research, and Zeke is complete. There was really no reason for her to hang around.
I'm surprised Huey let her go that easy.
Yeah, his crush on Strangelove was never much of a secret, huh?
Yeah.
He followed her everywhere while Zeke was in development. Boy, would she get pissed. But he does have a lot on his mind right now. I've got bigger issues to deal with. That's what he said.
That's the spirit, Huey.
Dr. Strangelove is the scientist who, like, created AI for Metal Gears, the Metal Gear universe, which is obviously a reference to the movie Dr. Strangelove. I've never seen it. I want to watch it one day. I was wondering what happened to all the other characters on Mother Base, because it's like, so Amanda's away on assignment. Strangelove and Communatus have gone back to their home countries. That's interesting. She's cunty in this too, yeah.
"10 days ago, we got reports that Paz was still alive.
She survived.
She was rescued by Belizean fishermen who found her drifting in the Caribbean.
So what's the plan? Silence her before we're compromised?
No. I've got something else in mind. Our friends at Cypher suspect Paz could be a double agent. She's being held for interrogation at a camp on the southern tip of Cuba.
Black site. Nice. A slice of American pie on communist soil, and out of U.S. legal jurisdiction.
The upcoming inspection of Mother Base has to be connected somehow. The timing's too perfect.
The UN's nuclear inspection.
My guess is they're trying to corroborate Paz's leak.
We're an army without a nation.
Word of our capabilities gets out, and we'll have the whole world out to shut us down. Having an American private intelligence agency involved's bad news. Cypher's the ones who sent Paz to us in the first place.
She knows their true nature.
Right. Paz is our only link to Cypher. If she's still alive, we need her on our side. If not us, who else is gonna rescue that bitch?
When do we do it?
The inspection
Jesus,
comes
guys.
first. We'll deal with us afterwards.
Do the men know?
Word has started to spread. The information came from Cuba through Amanda. One of the base personnel used to belong to El Frente. I'll tell everyone we don't concern ourselves with the survival of enemy spies. We need them focused on the inspection. And if we get her back here and she isn't cooperative, there's still plenty of room for her in the ocean.
Works for me. What about Chico? He had a chance to stop Paz from hijacking Zeke and he blew it. He's carried that guilt ever since. Kid really did care about her.
Chico, it's hard to say how he'll react.
Have Amanda call him out to Cuba. He shouldn't be here right now.
Good idea. They haven't seen each other in a while. Little time with Big Sis and he'll forget all about you-know-who.
Interesting.
What? Still no sign of Chico?
What's going on?
It's Amanda in Cuba. Our resupply package arrived, but Chico wasn't with it. Relax, Amanda. I'm sure he's just exploring Havana or something. First time in the big city. Could have gotten carried away.
Cos, wait. The boat Chico was on, did it stop anywhere before it got to Havana?
Yeah, it had to refuel at Santiago de Cuba. You don't think... Oh, shit. You gotta be kidding me. He does this now?
It's 60 miles from Santiago to the prison camp. Chico used to cross the mountains with the older Sandinistas like it was nothing. He'll make that in 3 days.
Still, even if he does find his way there.
You know how reckless he can be.
Chico's gonna rescue
Chico thinks we've
Paz.
abandoned Paz. That's why he's doing this.
We'll start by having the intel detachment in Cuba look for him. We can't let him be captured.
Isn't Chico like 12?
There's some cages to the east of a big building. East an old grassy facility. That's where we are. Help me, Snake.
It's a setup.
We have no choice.
Yeah, if Chico talks, he could blow the new cover up. We can't hold off until the inspection's over.
When can we be ready?
It'll take at
He's a
least
positive
16
doll.
hours to confirm the flight path and prep a bird.
I think she's
The
18.
intel unit has started reconning the area.
Sounds like I'll have to miss the inspection.
Boss, we'll just have to send someone else to get them out.
No. I'll go.
Yeah, Chico and Paz would only take orders from you anyway. We can't go taking on those Marines at the base head on. It's gotta be off the radar, and it's gotta be you.
Let me
Hold
look
down
it
the
up.
fort, Cos.
Snake, you can forget about civil liberties where you're headed. God only knows what they'd do to you if you got caught. Do not let that happen. The Cubans leased the land to the U.S. as a gesture for helping them gain independence from...
So, Paz was impersonating a 16-year-old. However, it's theorized that she is likely in her early 20s. So she just looks really young. But because she's a spy, she was pretending to be a 16-year-old. And Chico is 13. He's a 13-year-old child soldier.
The deal remains in effect until both countries agree to dissolve it, or the U.S. abandons the land. That's why America still operates the base even after La Revolucion. Problem is, it's leased land.
Meaning it isn't American soil, so the U.S. Constitution doesn't apply there. That allows them to withhold its civil rights protections.
Yeah, that's Uncle Sam's excuse. The area was originally only for detaining refugees from countries like Cuba and Haiti. But a few years ago, the CIA and its like started using it
Hey,
as a black
Shadow
site. Enemies of the state are renditioned there and subjected to extreme forms of interrogation. You can bet Cypher had a hand in that.
You can just say torture
As you'd
cause.
expect, American and other Western human rights organizations aren't allowed anywhere near the place. What happens there disappears down the memory hole.
Who knows what they're doing to Chico and Paz?
I'd like to interrogate her ourselves. But if worst comes to worst, make sure she's dead. Chico, on the other hand, we have to bring back. Fast. He knows too much about us.
Cos?
The area is surrounded by mines placed by both the U.S. and Cuba, making escape on foot impossible. You're heading into the Lion's Den, Snake. Don't take this one lightly. Come back in one piece.
Yeah.
Jesus. Let's do Paz's diary afterwards. Oh, alrighty. Hi, Shadowped. How you doing today? So Paz is still alive, and the Americans have gotten her, and they don't trust her entirely because she was a double agent for them, so they're interrogating her, and most likely torturing her. And Chico, who obviously has a crush on Paz, has gone off to save her, which was the plan all along, and they've now kidnapped Chico to get information out of him about Mother Base. Which, I mean, he's 13 and he's not trained to, like, deal with interrogation. They're gonna get that information. So, let's go save Chico and get Paz back. Oh, this game looks so good for PS4.
She told us everything. Don't worry, I kept my word. She didn't suffer long. Here. You earned it.
Oh, why is his headphones caught in his chest?
How's it feel to play the traitor? No more war games. You're a real man now, soldier.
Chico. How you been? I'm doing
Give
alright,
my
Shadow.
regards to your boss when you get home.
Such a huge tonal difference between, like, all of the Metal Gear games and Ground Zeroes and Phantom Pain. These games are fucking dark compared to the rest of the Metal Gear series.
Ten days ago, we got reports that Paz was still alive.
She survived.
She was rescued by a Belizean fisherman who found her drifting in the Caribbean.
So what's the plan? Silence her before we're compromised?
No, I've got something else in mind. Our friends at Cypher suspect Paz could be a double agent. She's being held for interrogation at a camp on the southern tip of Cuba.
Black site. Nice. A slice of American pie on communist soil, and out of U.S. legal jurisdiction.
The upcoming inspection of Mother Base has to be connected somehow. The timing's too perfect.
The UN's nuclear inspection.
My guess is they're trying to corroborate Paz's leak.
We're an army without a nation.
Word of our capabilities gets out, and we'll have the whole world out to shut us down. Having an American private intelligence agency involved is bad news. Cypher's the ones who sent Paz to us in the first place.
She knows their true nature.
Right. Paz is our only link to Cypher. If she's still alive, we need her on our side.
I want to start discourse, but man, I hate that Kojima dumped real voice actors to cast as friends. Who got dumped to cast friends? I know that, like, David Hayter got dropped for Kiefer Sutherland, which was really controversial. It's weird to hear him talk like a real person. I love David Hayter, but I think that Kiefer Sutherland does good performance in these two games. I don't really have very strong opinions about it.
Trojan horse is in.
I do wonder why he chose Kiefer Sutherland.
Pirate crackdowns are go. Move.
Yeah, actually, I will say I don't mind Kiefer Sutherland, but I do prefer. I don't know if I like Troy Baker as Ocelot. Troy Baker as Ocelot kind of bugs me. It doesn't feel like Ocelot at all. I kind of just wish they had gone just, I don't know, anybody else. But that's in Phantom Pain. We'll get there when we get there. We're doing Ground Zero today. I have a similar opinion about Silent Hill 2 Remake.
So who's the other target?
That would be Chico. He's being held in the same area as Paz. Last radio contact was 40 hours ago. Find them both. Bring him back alive.
Yeah, he doesn't have a whole lot of lines.
Compound from the South Cliff. Secure Chico and Paz, then report back from the rendezvous point.
James' new actor is really good, but it's weird to see him talking like a real guy. I don't hate the recast of the Silent Hill voice actors for the remake. I just think that the voice
You should be
director
back
did a
at
bad
Mother
job.
Base in time for lunch. You'll probably just miss our guests. The only catch is you go in solo. The politically sensitive nature of the mission means backup is not an option.
Fine. I like some alone time now and then.
I think that the performances in Silent Hill Remake are not great, but I don't think that that's the actor's fault. I don't think that they're bad voice actors. Who the fuck is XOF? I don't know. Team shot. Ass shot. I actually can't remember who XOF is. All I remember is that I think that they work for Cypher.
I'm in front of the prison camp.
Excellent, Snake. Age hasn't slowed you down one bit.
XOF does work for America, though.
Kept you waiting, huh?
Oh man, I forgot how much Phantom Pain and Ground Zeroes love lens flare. There's so much lens flare in these games. Chat, I'll remind you it's the 1970s right
are being
now.
held in an old unused part of the compound. Get
This game is
inside and
based
head
in like
northeast.
what is it, like 1974?
This is an infiltration mission. You've got to stay out of sight. Before you go any further, use your binoculars to recon the area. What do you see? Press the call button to get more intel. It's a guard. Don't let him see you. Avoid combat whenever possible. The Stars and Stripes. Not a popular sight in Cuba. That's the refugee camp. I hear it's where they hold refugees from countries like Cuba and Haiti. Your binoculars are equipped with a directional microphone. You should be able to listen in on whatever they're pointed at.
All quiet? Those new guys.
So what's the time skip
See the
since
choppers?
Spacewalker?
Who are they with?
It's been literal
It's me,
months,
man.
I think.
Green Berets,
Weeks even.
SEALs.
Those ain't no jarhead birds, I can tell you that. Some paramilitary setup?
Well, some of the guys are saying, you know what? Best we just drop this, right?
Sure.
They kept the Japanese voice actor the same.
If you ready your weapon while crawling, you can move horizontally left or right. If you do that holding the dash button, you'll move faster.
So, one of the collectibles in this game are these XOF patches. And one of them is hidden in Snake's butt. And if you roll enough, it comes loose.
XOF.
I never found all the XOF patches.
Keep low. You can check the controls on the pause screen. To climb an obstacle, press the action button.
Love how dramatic this is. Me too. Thanks for the hydrate. Hi, Beheen. How you doing? Rat. What have I got on me? Ooh. Got my vision.
Head for the old prison. You'll find the targets there. There's a guard up there. If you're going to eliminate him, use a gun. Now head east to the old prison area. You can bring up the target's location on your iDroid. Eyes open, boss. Contact me if you need advice. Take a good look at the enemy through your binoculars, and you can mark him. Marked enemies can be sensed when nearby, even if there's a wall between you and them. But it only works if you stop and take the time to focus your attention. This helps you maintain situational awareness. Try it.
Oh shit. Oh man, really? Bloody hell. Fuck, where do I hide? I'll just go back to checkpoint.
This is an infiltration mission. You've got to stay out of sight. Head for the old prison. You'll find the targets there.
You.
Take a good look at the enemy through your binoculars, and you can mark him. Marked enemies can be sensed when nearby, even if there's a wall between you and them. But it only works if you stop and take the time to focus your attention. This helps you maintain situational awareness. Try it.
Mexican soda. Ooh, like Jarritos.
You should move the bodies of enemies somewhere out of sight. Contact me if you need advice. Eyes open, boss.
Hey, hear about the special ships guys have been pulling at the old prison area the past 2 weeks? Get down to me. Right now, fine. Somebody was crying on my shoulder. This has been dead for years. Now we got these, I don't know, freaking enemy combatants from the States. Right. CEOs taking his hair out. I feel like I'm living in a prison, man.
Feel like I'm living in a prison. You literally are, but whatever.
That's the old prison area. The targets are there.
Thank God they don't notice the guns on the ground. What is this? Jesus, that was close.
Watch yourself. If you let go, it's a long way down. Just move carefully when you come back.
All right. Oh my God.
This is an infiltration mission. You've got to stay out of sight. Head for the old prison. You'll find the targets there.
Thank God there was a checkpoint here. Hey, Coffee, how you doing?
That's the old prison area. The targets are there.
What are they doing?
All quiet? Hey, did you see those guys' unit patch?
Yeah, Fox, facing right?
That's it. You know, it looked just like...
You've seen it before? Where?
Can't remember. I know it had a fox in it, too.
You can now either interrogate him, knock him out, or kill him. His life is in your hands.
Chico, it's me.
No! No! Go away!
Hey, Raccoon, how
Go
you doing?
away! Get off, man! Let me out of here, please! Get off me! Get off!
Chico, keep it down.
Go away! Right over here. Hey, you gotta let me out! You let me out! Go! Stay here! Get off me! Get off!
Chico, calm down. Calm down. Don't fight it.
Jesus.
I got Chico.
And Paz?
Not here.
Are you sure?
Pretty sure.
Is Chico able to walk?
Hold on.
Say hi to Kip instead of me to freak him out. What? Kip was here earlier.
Not
That's
gonna
fucked.
happen.
You'll have to carry him out then. Okay, boss, change your plans. Haul Chico over to the rendezvous point. We'll get Paz's whereabouts out of him once he's calmed down. I've marked the RV on your map. Okay, now carry Chico there.
Putting bolts through his fucking ankles so that he never walks again is so fucked up.
Once you don't end up head first in the ocean. The RV's just a little further. Great. You reached the RV. Put the target down for a minute. How's he doing?
Chico, where's Paz?
She's dead.
When was this recorded?
She's dead.
Jesus.
Okay, now use your iDroid to call the chopper for pickup.
Bus!
On your feet.
Okay.
Chico was taken out of his cage. Did he leave the tape recording while he was being moved? Paz might be up ahead. I hear vehicles. And a flag.
Child stealing, child rescuing.
Must be near the heliport. A gate.
guys?
Chico left the tape on record while he was being moved. Try using what you hear to find Paz. If you're still not sure, listen to the tape again.
Before we pull in and chop over Chico, I'm gonna rescue the other prisoners too.
Seems they tracked down the prisoner that got out.
Ah, that guy.
Executioner's been given on the down low. They're about to do it now.
Right. I'll go.
Tell him from me, man. It's nothing personal.
Yeah.
That escaped prisoner might have intel about the base.
Spit it out.
There's someone in there. What do you plan on doing? You can pull him out too if you want, but just don't forget the targets. Another prisoner. Looks like he's alive.
This is actually the only Metal Gear I've played. I think this was one of the first that I played. Ground Zeroes is definitely what got me interested in the series. I haven't played it in so long though. Hey Jacob, how you doing? Thank you for the resub. How have you been? Hydrate just a minute. Who's left? Just you.
A POW.
He lost.
That's fine if he has some intel, I guess.
Get the fuck out of here.
Roger that chopper request. It's headed your way now.
Want to hear my family's voices again? Want to let them know I'm okay. Want to tell them I'll be home soon.
Morpho. Huh, he's named after the butterfly. The burger and nuggets. You know what I want right now?
This is Morpho, on station at LZ.
Put the target on the chopper. Okay, target is in. Target's inside. Is that it? He's coming too. Roger that.
Okay, with your GPU, that's so weird.
Okay, target is in.
I'm watching her. Let's make it pause.
Still searching for Paz? Try interrogating some of the Marines. They must know something. Put the squeeze on them. Boss, that prisoner we rescued provided some intel. He says he knows the location of a unit patch. I don't know what he's talking about, but I've marked the location on your map anyway.
Where? Whatever.
Speak.
That sound. A flag fluttering. Next they headed for a place with a helicopter.
Yeah, Wayland's not into stealth games.
The helipad. That matches Chico's tape. The surveillance camera. Huey's handling preparations for the inspection. Keep your mind on the mission.
Dispatch. Ooh, a rocket launcher.
The drainage channel. You might be able to crawl in there.
Ground Zeroes definitely feels like a demo, you know?
Another unit patch. Could there be more of it? To interrogate an enemy, first grab him.
Speak.
That's the admin building. Watch your corners.
Pretty sure if I shoot out one of the cameras, it'll alert the guards that a camera has been shot out.
Spit it out. Speak.
Whoops.
CP, this is Delta 1. We'll investigate ASAP. Out.
Phantom Pain's a bit of a pain to get through. A lot of grinding, unfortunately. A little bit similar to Peace Walker. Girl, you look like shit. They cut all her hair off.
Boss, get Paz onto the helicopter.
Hit me, amigo.
Hey, isn't the guy coming to check is down here by now? The outer gate's open and empty. Leave the gate open. He must be running late. Should we do something? We gotta check the vitals of that prisoner, don't they? Got nothing to do with us. Forget about it. Yeah.
Hi, Gay.
You hear that? You need to hurry up your escape before they realize Paz is missing.
Hit me, amigo. Stop it.
We gotta get out of here.
Go ahead and call the chopper. Keep an eye out for nearby enemies. They could try to shoot down the chopper.
Pain is an illusion. Pain is in the mind.
CP, this is Delta 1. That girl's missing. Looks like she escaped. Over.
Oh, we gotta go.
Do not let her get away. Out.
They've discovered Paz is missing. They'll be looking for her. Hurry, you've got to get out of there.
Stay away.
Roger, dispatching chopper.
God. Oh my God, there's soldiers everywhere.
This is Morpho, arriving shortly at LZ.
Come on, girl, let's get out of here.
Put the target on the chopper. All right, get in. Time to go.
We're out of here. She's 20 pretending to be a child. Blah. I like how you I like how you see a wounded, potentially dying girl and your response is highballed. Well, she's an adult and she's also a double agent and she also betrayed us and whatever. It's complicated. We had Twitter beef.
Snake. Snake!
Oof. Trigger warning for some, like, pretty severe medical gore coming up. She faked death threats.
She's rigged. Damn it, we were set up!
We gotta get it out. No time for anesthetic. We have to open her now.
Hold her down. Hold her down!
Oh, this sucks.
Keep her gut in.
Jesus Christ. There's something so shitty about putting a peace symbol on a bomb.
Breathing stable, no active bleeding. She's clean, I'm closing her up. Hold her steady. It's gotta be a continuous suture.
Smash Ultimate Puzzle Spirit has the ability to spawn you with a bomb. That's so fucked.
Boss, you got a call.
He lost his watch.
What's up, Huey?
Our guests are right on time. Document destruction and hangar decontamination are complete. AFVs have been stowed away. And Zeke's on the seafloor along with a nuke. Everyone's got their story straight. The guided tour will be wrapped up by the time you get home.
Make me proud.
By the time they leave, I'll have the IAEA praising us as the poster boys for world peace. Out.
Dude, just sucked to animate.
Tower, this is Morpho 1. 2, you copy. Can't get through. The link seems fine, but...
Other base. Ooh. This ground seems great at 0. Hey Morty, how you doing? Oh, I can't imagine what it would have been like to play Peace Walker back in the day, and then this is the next Metal Gear that came out after. That was a few hours ago. They said that they would give the inspection, everything was fine. And that was the last message that we got. And that was 2 hours ago. And we get here and this is happening. Also, yeah, the nuclear inspection was a cover. They were actually sending in soldiers. How about now? Well, this was 4 years before. This takes place right after Peace Walker. Like weeks after Peace Walker. So Strangelove, Caminados, Amanda, none of aren't here. But where's Huey? Huey's just gone. That's suspicious. I spent all of Peace Walker building that.
Inspection was nothing but a smokescreen. I heard explosions, then... They played us like a damn fiddle! Give it back! This isn't right, that was ours! We built it, damn it! You spying bitch! Come on, start talking, bitch! Come on, get up and start talking!
This is very totally different from Peace Walker.
Bob, there's...
It's all right, we got it out.
There's another in my...
good.
Smoke from the disaster was visible from the coastline. The media blamed the money-minded private militias, and the scandal followed the U.S. was fingered as one of the organization's top clients. In response, the Secretary of Defense publicly stated that neither the United States nor its allies had anything to do with the incident. Reports suggested that the IAEA inspectors visited the site. However, the UN and the IAEA insisted that no such inspection ever took place. Now the countries among the organization's longest of clients. The casualties figure is uncertain. There are no known survivors. However, in the months prior to the following the incident, several unidentified... God damn it. Whatever. Basically, America did that and they lied about it.
Your favorite song? Nicola Bart. Immigrants wrongly executed. But their deaths served as a message to others. That ours is a society that murders the innocent. Do you too believe your sacrifice will change the world?
That's fucking dark for a demo, man. That's so out of character for America. It might be fucked, but it's really smart. Put one explosive in an obvious place and another in a more hidden place. I had to have someone explain to me, like, where the other bomb was when I first played this. I'm like, what do you mean there was another bomb? Where could they possibly put it? 2K doesn't know what a pussy is. Oh my god. You do the riding thing? I have to unlock it. I don't know how to do that. Also, today's stream was going to be short. Because A, it's Ground Zeroes and I wanted to keep it short and sweet. And B, I started streaming really late today. Well, we're told that only 2 people survived that crash, by the way, with the 2 helicopters colliding in the ocean. Kaz and Big Boss. Chico, Paz, they're dead. So I guess the last game to do is Phantom Pain. Metal Gear Rising. I could do another Metal Gear Rising stream. I played Metal Gear Rising like, I think I streamed it like 2 or 3 years ago. The VODs are still on YouTube, but I could just do it again. I like the game enough. That song is really sad. What's the meaning behind it? I don't know much about that song. The lyrics and chorus were "Now rest forever in our hearts." Oh, I thought maybe you had more insight on it. Why's the audio so crackly? That should fix it. Yeah, I like Metal Gear as a series. The games have all been really fun to play, but I think I'm kind of glad that Metal Gear is kind of over. Konami will probably do a bunch of remakes. I doubt they'll do a new game. And honestly, I don't think I want a new game. The lyrics are, "Here's to you, Nicola and Bart, rest forever here in our hearts. The last and final moment is yours. That agony is your triumph." Yeah, it's sad. I just like wonder, like, I don't know, like what the context of that song is. If it's about anyone in particular or something. Nicola and Bob were immigrants wrongly executed, but their deaths were a message to others that society murders the innocent. It's from a movie called
Cypher's been in hiding ever since
Life
his
Aquatic
grand
Steve
experiment.
Zissou. Oh.
No one's seen him in years. All we hear are orders delivered by proxy. Except you. You met with him, face to face, in order to contact Big Boss.
Oh, this is...
Tell me where he is.
This was the interrogation with
Where is
Paz.
Cypher? Where is Zero? I've never known choice. Where I was born, the language I speak, I've never had the freedom to choose for myself. But you, right now, are free. Do as you will.
This will save Big Boss.
It may.
Will you really kill Zero for me?
Not for you.
All right. Zero is...
Hi, all of you. Long time no see. Has it been a long time? Well, either way. I didn't know that song was from a Wes Anderson movie. The Here's to You one. That's pretty recent. I thought I thought that song was from like the 70s or something. I mean, it's got to be, right? Here's two ways from the 70s.
Keep his dropping. Intubate now. Clear.
Oh, hi York.
No response. Hit him again. Clear.
Thank you for the raid. How was your stream?
You've been in a coma for quite some time. Yes, I know. You would like to know how long. I'm afraid it's been 9 years. Why are we still here? Just to suffer. The body I've lost. The comrades I've lost. Won't stop hurting.
Slay. How was your stream, York? Thank you for the raid. You caught us like right at the end of right at the end of the Ground Zero story. Rewards 1 of 24. Jesus Christ. Thank you, Waylon. It's a VR games. Oh, slay. I'm hopefully gonna get back into VR in the next couple weeks. I'm getting my 3D model rigged up for VR chat again. Because I miss doing VR. Fastest marking of all enemies trial has been unlocked. SMG, rocket launcher, sniper, Chico's tape. 3 of 7? Hard difficulty. Eliminate the renegade threat. Side up. Side up. Side up. Side up. Patches 2 of 9. So yeah, there's only like that little, that's all the canon story stuff to get from Ground Zeroes, but there's like just dozens of side missions where they basically turn this little area into just a sandbox to like fuck around with the game engine. A lot of people hated it. Especially because they were selling this as like a standalone game, but it was a cheap standalone game. I don't know, man. Feel about it however you want. But yeah, there's like a bunch of side missions. And then one of them is you can unlock a mission where you play as Raiden, obviously not canon, and then there's like you can also unlock a Solid Snake PS1 outfit. It's ridiculous. People acted like this game was $60. It's like a $15 demo that focused on showing you tech. I mean, how much was Ground Zeroes when it came out? It was like 30 American, I think. 20, 30, 25 American. It was cheap. I don't know. And the only reason they did it is because Konami wanted Kojima to put out something like immediately. They were like, fine, we'll cut a chunk of Phantom Pain out and sell it as a standalone, like fucking DLC, not DLC, like demo, I guess. Wonder how long these all are. Got my paperwork done. How's gaming? Good. We just finished. VR Outcast streams are coming to Brain Dance. I would like to do a radio stream in VR. I was really confused because I thought this was going to be the first part of Phantom Pain and didn't play it. I mean, it kind of is the first part to Phantom Pain.
As of today, I will be living here at Mother Base. Now my real trial begins. Zadornov was paying my room, board, and tuition, but he has since been captured. I told the man that with no more money from the KGB, I could no longer afford school. He bought my story, and when I said I would be willing to work, he took pity on me and let me stay. For some reason, Miller really pled my case. That was helpful, but the man is still a fool. His men are no better. They think their training makes them strong, but that kind of strength is nothing in the face of true power. And better yet, they wait on me hand and foot, believing I am just a schoolgirl. Looks like I won't be working too hard after all. Just today, while scouting out the living quarters, I saw a group of them in the corner of the deck making a fuss. Going over for a look, I saw they were feeding a kitten. A bunch of grown hard men, and they're the ones acting like schoolgirls. Look,
Paz sounds like
isn't he
such a
cute?
Republican here.
What is wrong with them? Disgusted, I just nodded and smiled. I must stay in character after all. I indulged their chit-chat for a few moments. Then one of them asked me to give the thing a name. They had just taken it from its mother. I named it Nuke. I improvised some nonsense about how our compassion for living things can help prevent wars. The men gave me a little fish. I held it out in my palm and the kitten happily ate it up. What a pathetic, feeble creature. It sickens me.
Jesus.
Today, Chico invited me to go fishing with the soldiers. I suppose finding one's own food does have its merit, but I prefer not to be involved in such a degrading task. And their prattling on about fishing being fun is nonsense. I'm not here to find playmates. Nevertheless, distasteful as it was, I went along in order to maintain my cover. Chico thrust a fishing pole into my hands, and we went up onto the deck where several soldiers had gathered. They welcomed us warmly. With so few women aboard Mother Base, I'm treated like a princess. No one suspects
He's looking
I
up
am
at us
neither
now.
a teenager nor a student. It was nice and sunny, with a gentle breeze and waves. As I cast my line and waited for a bite, the soldiers began to ask me all sorts of questions. As always, I answered according to our predefined scenario, feigning a smile. As I sat there feeding them lies, the fish began to bite, and the soldiers began to focus on their prey. Chico had his bait stolen by a fish, and got so angry that he stood up and nearly fell into the sea. Everybody laughed. It almost made me want to join in too. At some point, I got a bite myself. The instant after I felt that first gentle tug, the fish yanked the line with astonishing strength, and I let out a cry of surprise. I thought he was going to be huge. It was my first time fishing, and I was a bit flustered, so the soldier beside me helped by supporting the pole from behind. "Reel it in," they shouted. I nodded, turning the handle as fast as I could. I wondered what kind of fish lived below the surface, and thought back to the deep sea dives I had to do as part of training. Those were difficult days, but I remember finding the multicolored fish gliding through the water incredibly soothing. After a hard fight, I pulled it up. To my surprise, it wasn't even half a vara, rather anticlimactic. But I wasn't doing it for fun, so I wasn't the least bit disappointed. Nuke was hovering nearby with an expectant look on his face, so I gave the fish to him. All in all, A thoroughly wasted day. Preparations are coming along nicely. No one suspects me of being the one to let Zadarnov out of his cell. Today, Amanda and I taught Cecile how to make gallo pinto. It is a simple home-cooked dish consisting of black frijoles mixed with arroz.
Gimme.
It is well known throughout Central America, not just in Costa Rica. So it is no surprise that a Nika like Amanda would be good at making it. But I
What'd she
was
say?
raised in the States from a very young age, and can hardly even remember my mother's gallo pinto. Having to make chit-chat with that clueless bird lover and the so-called revolutionary was excruciating. And,
Miss Swan?
clueless or not,
What does that
I wanted
mean?
to be especially careful around Cecile, the one who actually recorded that tape. Thankfully, Miller and his men seemed to believe I mistook the tape I found for one my friend made.
Old Mad TV character.
In any case, one can never be too careful. Anyway,
I think
the
I've ever
three
seen
of us
that.
minced garlic and herbs, then cooked them in a pot with frijoles we'd soaked overnight. While waiting for them to cook, we sautéed onions and arroz in a frying pan. Cecile worked the frying pan according to Amanda's directions, but seemed a bit glum. She does have a knack for cooking, though. She is French, after all. We added water to the pan and watched the arroz begin to steam. While we waited, Amanda shared memories of her mother with us. They had been separated because of Simosa, but the taste of her mother's cooking was still fresh in her mind. When the frijoles were ready, we drained the water, stir-frying them with the rest of the vegetables. Quite a complicated process for home cooking. Nonetheless, it kept them occupied. The longer we sat and talked, the greater the chance of my arousing their suspicions. With women, it is not enough to just bat your eyelashes and giggle. It takes a lot of effort to divert attention. When the arroz was done cooking, we folded it into the frijoles and added salsa, stirring the mixture as it simmered. At this point, for some reason, the conversation turned to romance. Why does it have to be that way whenever women get together and chat? Cecile fancies herself to be well-versed in such matters, and gave Amanda all sorts of advice. It
Hey,
was harmless
San-Kusan.
enough, until, to my irritation, she began pestering me whether there was anybody I liked. Not right now, I said, trying to dodge the question. But she
EM'd?
pressed
EM'd
on.
where?
It's Snake, isn't it? I gritted my teeth and played it
On
coy.
Twitch?
Maybe. Cecile nodded and giggled. He is pretty sexy, isn't he? What a ditz. It's all I can manage to just survive. The thought of romance has never once crossed my mind. I have no interest in that kind of man. Soon enough, a rich aroma began to fill the room. The gallo pinto was ready. New came over and rubbed up against our legs, looking for a handout. Unfortunately, it was not the kind of food a cat would like. We let a few of the soldiers have a bite, and then headed off to the mess hall. The home-cooked flavor we'd achieved was a big hit with the men of MSF. Not that we are trying to impress them or anything. Even I could manage a dish like that. Snake enjoyed it too. Let me make this absolutely clear. I have no interest in that man. Football, or soccer as it is known in the States, is extremely popular here. It has not caught on yet in the US, but it has
Yes, it's
legions
Tara
of
Strong.
rabid fans all across Latin America. These fans can get so rowdy that it is commonly believed El Salvador and Honduras went to war in 1969 over scuffles in a soccer match. In reality, tensions between the two countries were already high. The match was merely one of the sparks that set them off. But these people are so passionate about this sport that the story seems plausible. Predictably, many of the soldiers here are fans. They have apparently divided themselves into Costa Rican and Nicaraguan teams and started playing each other. To play, you need a ball and 2 goals. The R&D team built and set up simple goals on the deck. I had absolutely no interest, but Chico insisted that I come and watch. It was not a proper match by any means. The pitch was not even regulation size, but the players and spectators alike got pretty excited. They banged empty cans and shouted cheers through the handmade megaphones. It almost felt like carnival. Huey, the referee, blew a whistle to start the match. The soldiers' training has left them in excellent physical shape, but they lack the honed skills of professionals and their play was quite rough. Midway through, one of the men collided with another. They started shouting at one another, but Huey stepped in. "I thought we had forsaken our countries, become one with the earth," he said, quoting Snake. "We're not competing for national pride here, and we are not fighting for the good of any one country. This is not a war. Soccer is a peaceful sport, am I right?"
Her hobbies are just like yuck.
They know the pain of
Her personality is that
and
hobbies
they
are
share
yuck.
Snake's vision. Perhaps that
I
is
feel like
why
these
all
audio
this
files are
resonates
like
with them. Team Costa
Paz
Rica was
slowly
down on them,
becoming
and somehow I
a
was
shitty
picked
double
to win.
agent because she actually
Costa
likes
Rica
Snake
had
or
the
whatever.
advantage up until that point. I suppose Huey wanted to keep it balanced. The soldiers agreed with Huey's call. Maybe the Costa Rican players felt an even matchup would be more fun too. I could not be bothered to run at first, but chasing the ball out there in the hot sun, I was soon drenched in sweat. Before long, I found myself actively seeking out the ball, partially out of desperation. I picked up a loose ball deep on the opponent's side of the field. Even though he's Nicaraguan, Chico cheered me on, yelling, "Go for it, shoot!" I launched the ball as hard as I could, only to have it blocked by the keeper. Disappointment only increased my determination. In the end, I didn't score a single goal, and Costa Rica gave up its lead. It was really close though. We congratulated each other on a
Well,
good
thank you for the
match
resub.
and sprawled out in the shade on the deck, exhausted. The ocean breeze felt so nice on my sun-soaked body. Nuke came over. It is one of his favorite spots, and stretched out next to me.
Girl, I thought you hated that cat.
Together, we watched fluffy white clouds drift lazily across the clear blue sky.
Oh, B?
It was
How you
lovely out
doing,
today,
Welsh?
So I decided to sun myself in a lounge chair up on the deck when Strangelove came up to me. Despite the heat, she was in her usual long sleeves and pants. I waved at her. She looked away and mumbled, "Hello there. Fancy meeting you here." I asked if she needed anything, feeling her eyes creeping up and down my body like she was savoring it. Finally, she swallowed and said, "You have such beautiful skin." Bewildered, I shook my head and said, "No, not at all. I had heard rumors that she was a lesbian, but she couldn't be after me, could she?" She continued to stare and said, "No, it is beautiful, but you must not let yourself get so tanned." And then she took my hand in hers. "What is wrong with a little sun?" I asked, trying to cut the conversation short. But she shook her head violently. "No, you mustn't. A young lady should take better care of her skin." She was acting strangely now, as if aroused. She lectured me on the perils of
Strangelove is British,
how it
so
ages skin,
naturally she's
causing
terrified of the
wrinkles and
sun.
spots, and in the worst cases, even skin cancer. I knew already that tanning could cause spots, but
Naked in
not
Manhattan,
only
please.
pale-skinned Anglo-Saxons had to deal with that.
Pale-skinned Anglo-Saxons.
That spooked me a little. If I am to keep playing the teenager, I will have to start paying more attention to my skin. Sensing my anxiety, she took a small tube from her pocket. She said it was the sunscreen she always used. She told me to keep it. I didn't know what to say. I was more than happy to take it, but exactly what were her intentions? Was she merely being nice? Or is she really into me? Either way, there was no reason to refuse, I suppose. I have undergone training. An out-of-shape woman does not pose any real threat to me.
Oh my
Having power means
god.
not being afraid. It is the same on a global scale. A country with nukes can
Has
dictate terms to a
jailbait
country without them.
Strangelove.
I thanked her and took the tube. Then she offered to put some on for me. She squirted some lotion onto her fingers and began rolling it into my chest. It happened so suddenly, and I was so taken aback that I did not even think to protest. She caressed my stomach with her long white fingers, then slid them upwards.
Fatty,
between my
fatty,
bikini
no
clad
parents.
What? Wait, I sputtered as her moist eyes met mine. She was beautiful. Somehow, I found myself captivated by this woman more than 10 years my elder. Hold still, she whispered in my ear. I nodded silently.
This is
unable to
just smart.
refuse. My body went limp, motionless, as if in a trance. Gently, carefully, she rubbed the lotion all over my entire body.
Yeah, this is
I shouldn't have
this is
enjoyed it,
pornography.
and yet I could not help myself. For a moment, I was spellbound. That woman is dangerous. I had better watch myself. Protecting one.
Strangelove is a hot lesbian. That's dangerous. What could she possibly do? Uh-oh, she's hot. She's hot and I have mommy issues. She's getting a cloner? Okay. Wow, that was a lot. Despite everything, being with people will make you fond of them. I guess that's the worst part about being a double agent spy, is that, like... you stop yourself from, like, falling in love with the people that are essentially...
She's really good.
your adopted family.
Protecting one's health is an important part of any agent's job. But despite my best efforts, I have caught a cold. Now that I think about it, Mother Base's numbers are on the rise, with soldiers coming from all different places
She's
and
really
backgrounds.
lesbian.
It is no wonder then that sooner or later someone would bring in a virus. That said, what I have got is just a common cold. The medical team said I'd need a few days rest, so I've been restricted to my room and put on bed rest. I thought I'd gotten used to not having anyone around to relate to, but at times like these,
I thought she was
being
American.
alone is
Pause. The voice actor is.
all I could do is lay there and stroke Nuke's back, trying to take my mind off how bad I felt.
Yeah, I don't know why they
Nuke
cast
just
Tara
sat there,
Strong as
not
a
making a sound.
young Costa
But I did
Rican
have
woman.
visitors. Amanda and Chico, Huey, Cecile, Miller, and a few of the soldiers I've become relatively close to.
Oh, you're doing the
Amanda made me
Vine.
a soup with herbs. She
Thought you were
said was good for
American.
a cold. Miller told me to take it easy. I will sing you a lullaby, he said, then broke out a guitar and sang some incomprehensible song in Japanese. I did not need to understand the lyrics to know he is an awful singer. Then he said, "You know what is good for a cold? Suppositories."
No.
"Yeah, I'll show you."
No.
He had to take off his pants, so I threw my tissue box at him to
What
make him
the
go away.
fuck?
Then Strangelove showed up, saying she had some miracle Indian cure.
Watch me put things up my ass.
Extract, she said. It works best if you rub it into your chest.
Oh my
She
god.
tried to take off my nightshirt. I whacked her with my pillow, and I got rid of her.
And then the British lady was like, "Look at the stuff we stole from
It had
India."
been growing in a little bit of earth that probably found its way on board, stuck to something else. I found this on the deck. Here, you can have it. He tried to act nonchalant, but I am pretty sure he's got a crush on me. None of them understand. If they thought these little visits would cheer me up, they were wrong. Tonight, Snake himself came to my room. Like the rest, he believes I am just a schoolgirl and treats me as such. Why did you abandon your country? I asked him. Why create the MSF? Of course, I knew the answers already, but I wanted to hear it from him. As I had imagined, he was not exactly forthcoming. All he would say is that his country abandoned him because all he could do was fight. And that is why he needed the MSF, because that is all he is any good for. Then he said, "Fighting is the only thing I understand, but that does not mean I have got a grudge against those who believe in peace. I am not one of them, and I do not believe in peace. Conflict is in man's nature. We fight our enemies in order to survive. Maybe we are not so different after all, he and I. But that is exactly why I'm going to have to kill him. Or else he will have to kill me. When I stop and think about this wretched existence, being killed by a man like that suddenly does not seem like such a bad thing.
Yeah, the writing's a little... The whole, like, pauses is pretending to be a 16-year-old and Strangelove, like, being handsy with her is a bit like, this writing is... It's giving what's that movie with the cannibal? Call me by your name, you know. I've never seen that movie. I wanted to watch it when I was younger, but then I found out about, like, you know, some stuff about it and was like, maybe I'll just skip that one. He tried to act nonchalant, but he was actually pretty chalant and had no riz. It's just the trope of queer people as predators. Maybe. I don't know.
Every month, Mother Base... Protecting one's health is... Every month, Mother Base throws a party for all the soldiers whose birthdays fall in that month. There is something strange about a military organization having parties. Really though, it is just an excuse to drink and make noise. It is not easy to get alcohol in a fortress in the middle of the ocean. Most days they are training from dawn till dusk. They do not have time for things like drinking. That is why Snake and Miller came up with the idea, to give everyone a chance to let loose. Obviously, a bunch of boys like that are not going to bother with blowing out candles on a cake.
Cause is weird with pause as well.
They sit there in a cloud of cigarette smoke, drink beer, eat meat, tell tasteless jokes, and swap crude insults about one another's hometowns. But it hardly ever breaks out into something serious. They talk up a storm, but they're just having fun. It is funny. You have got members of FSLN rubbing shoulders with the UCLAs. People who once would have considered the other mortal enemies. I wonder if that is what makes Big Boss so popular. In leaving their countries behind, they leave their hatred for other countries too. Miller seemed a little protective of me. Hope they're not being too crude, he said. But soon enough, he too was drunk. He yelled, "Come here and take a look at the real Kazuhira Miller." Then dropped his pants and mooned everybody. The other soldiers burst out laughing. I have never seen such a crude, ridiculous party before. And yet, all these people, laughing and acting the fool. Is this what they call peace? For some reason, I began to think about all that has happened since I came here. Fishing with Chico, cooking with Amanda and Cecile, playing soccer, having visitors when I caught a cold. When I stop and think about it, my time here has been the most peaceful of my life. But that is about to end. I cannot imagine he will be willing to negotiate. It seems I am to fight the legendary Big Boss. I do not know if I'll be able to beat him. But if I have to choose between death and defying Cypher, I will gladly choose death. The thought of dying does not scare me. But if I disobey my orders, the fear and despair awaiting me will be far worse than anything I can imagine. It was Cypher who took me in as an orphan, gave me food and a place to live. His orders may have been unreasonable, but I will never repay my debt entirely. It seems I have no choice. I must fight this man. I must fight Snake. Juno Miller, Snake's right-hand man, apparently has got at least one serious weakness. He is an insatiable womanizer. He does not bother me, most likely because he considers teenagers off-limits. But he has hit on
Siri,
every
play
single
Womanizer
one
by
of the few
Britney.
female soldiers here at Mother Base. They ought to be telling him where to stick it, but end up falling for it so easily. I think some of it stems from the
Kaz
fact
is such a
that
slut.
he's actually not that bad looking. Anyway, today, that nasty habit got him in trouble. He and Snake got into one of their rare fights, and I was there to see it. They burst out of the showers completely naked, trading
What?
punches. I am no child. The sight of a naked man does not make me blush, but this was something else.
They were both
Maybe
erect.
this'll teach you, Snake yelled as he slammed his fists into Miller's chest.
They weren't fighting.
I heard later that apparently he'd been two-timing someone, and that same someone had gone to Snake with her troubles. As I see it, it is her own fault for letting herself be deceived like that. If she's too dumb to see through Miller's lies,
Oh my
then
God,
she got
pause.
what she deserved. But this was not the first time it had happened, or the second, and Snake read Miller the riot act. Miller argued back, and what began as a shouting match turned into a fist fight. You son of a bitch, Miller yelled as he swung. Not bad, said Snake, smiling, but not good enough. And then he was back on the offensive. They had already been at it pretty hard in the showers, and their
Yeah, they
bodies were
had.
covered with bruises. Both of these men had been trained for war, their bodies deadly weapons. They were each bleeding from a dozen places. All this from a fist fight. Even so,
my
it was
God.
far less gruesome than if they had given it their all.
Hi Vaga, how you doing? This is smart. This is smart. How was your Destiny 2 stream? Thank you for the raid. I'm actually gonna end stream soon. I'm just listening to the last couple diary entries from Paz. We just finished Ground Zeroes, and I wanted to listen to all the audio files. But thank you for the raid all the same. I hope you had a good time. Chat, if you're a fan of Destiny 2 and you're looking for a streamer who plays it, go check Vaga out. What do you call a womanizer for a man? But for men, kind of worried that Kaz might be a slut. They're grinding, fair enough.
It was obvious that one of them would be dead were they fighting for real. Miller took another swing, yelling, "Try this then!" Snake parried, then responded in kind.
Parried?
I could tell he was not aiming for anything vital. "You are one tough bastard, boss," Miller muttered. A smile crept across his face as he caught his breath. And then they went right on fighting. Blood and sweat flew off their glistening bodies. It was combat without hatred or hostile intent. I had never seen violence like this before.
It was hot.
It was more than just a friendly tussle. They were utilizing every technique they knew. It was not a sporting match. They were not playing by the rules. How could they keep this up? At last, the two men tired themselves out, and the bizarre scene came to an end. They looked at each other's battered bodies, and then burst out laughing, embracing and congratulating each other on a good fight.
Racing while naked.
It seemed so idiotic. I still cannot fathom such behavior. But somehow, I got the sense that for all his womanizing, Miller really only trusted one person, and that was Snake. There was no way I could ever come between the two of them.
Yay.
And at that thought, I began to feel as if I had lost. All of Mother Base is preparing for a festival. Since Snake and his soldiers spend so much time fighting, they are setting aside one day a year for peace and relaxation.
Don't make that the selling point. I do build Zoids, you know. I always just say whatever game the person was playing when they raided in if they want to see more of that. Do you do Zoid building on stream? She's describing furry fighting smut. Homosexuals.
I do not know all the details, but
I would love to do more Zoid building, but the last time I checked, it was like $150 just for a Mulga, a little fucking caterpillar Zoid, which is an insane price tag. Zoids are so cool, but they're like just fucking insanely expensive.
apparently that is what Snake and Miller decided. These soldiers love the idea, of course. There is so little fun to be had here that everybody looks forward to events like these. That is all well and good. But somehow, I got roped into getting on stage. Come on, we even both have peace in our name, said Miller. And Zadarnov, that old Ruski's name, has something to do with peace too, right? Hey, as long as we're having a day of peace, we ought to get an act together. The Three-Piece Band. I thought he was joking. He then proceeded to share his idea without bothering to check with me. And now, I am slated to sing. Apparently, he had heard me on the deck one day, and since then he's wanted to form a band. Everybody's looking forward to it, so there is no way for me to back out now. I've never done anything like this, but it does feel kind of nice to know that people are looking forward to it. I mean, it cannot be any worse than Miller's singing, but modifications to Zeke are already finalized, and I must complete my mission. Betray Cypher now, and I will face a fate far worse than death. Still, there's no need to put things in motion just yet. What difference would it make to just wait a little while longer? A whole day of peace. The mission can wait until after that. Can it not? I know I am only delaying the inevitable. When the day comes, one of us will have to die. Snake or me. But still, if I could just come up with some way to stall Cypher, at least until our day of peace. When did I start having thoughts like this?
Ah, you like having a family.
My cover is blown. They know nothing of Cypher or my true objective, but they know I am a spy. There is no more time left. I must act now. I must complete my mission. How did it come to this? All I wanted was 3 more days. Just 3. Miller's already finished writing the song. It is called Love Deterrent.
Oh, that's her
about a
boss
girl
theme.
Who cannot express her true feelings. I've been practicing. I am no pro, but I was pretty sure I would do a decent job. And now this. Cypher found out that Zeke was complete. He must have someone inside Mother Base besides me, spinning his tightly wound web of control, leaving no room for individual will. Typical. When they found out Zeke was complete, I was ordered to execute the operation immediately. If I was going to enjoy just 1 day of peace, I had to ensure the plan could not move forward. I tried to sabotage Zeke. I thought by damaging the drive system, they would have no choice but to delay their plans. I waited until midnight, and then snuck into the hangar. There would be trouble if it looked like sabotage. I selected one of the drive system's load-bearing parts and carefully worked to warp its shape. The leg's drive system requires a high degree of precision to operate. Even the smallest deviation would have done it. Then, Chico walked in. Maybe it was one of those nights where he could not sleep. In any case, he saw me, panicked, and took off running. It would have been easy to kill him, but I could not. I know he likes me. It is not as if I would ever have an interest in a child like him, but I could not pull the trigger. Not at him, not in the back. Will he tell them? Or is there a chance he will keep it a secret? Protect me? No. He knows now. Knows I am not who he thought I was. He ran without even questioning what I was doing. There is no chance he does not know. And soon, all I have built here will end. And if Cypher has another agent among them, if he finds out I tried to sabotage Zeke, this place will no longer be my heaven. Then it is settled. I make my move now. Chico walked in before my sabotage was complete, so Zeke should still be operational. It might not run at full speed or power, but I do not have time to fix that. Without Zeke, I do not have a chance in hell of winning. I must act fast before Chico sounds the alarm. I knew it would come to this. I just did not think it would be so soon. It is time, Zeke. Metal Gear Zeke. Activate.
Oh, damn. Sad. Yeah, as I was saying, Varga, it's just like, I don't know, Zoids are just not in the budget right now. They're just too expensive. Even if I like, I don't know, I could go around, I could ask around, it's still, yeah, I live like paycheck to paycheck, so it's just not gonna happen. But I appreciate that you care, so thank you. Well, that was Ground Zero's chat.